Machado, it is great to see you back here in Arizona. I got to start with the hair. I am loving the chops. What's the inspiration here behind the chops?
Trying to grow some facial hair finally. So I started this off season and just decided to keep growing it. People like it. The wife likes it, so keep it going.
It's looking good. So you're gonna maybe change it up during the season, or what do you think?
I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
Just depends.
You and your beautiful wife, Yaine, speaking of, you guys spent your off season in Miami where you live. What was the off season like? What did it consist of for you?
Just getting ready for the season. Honestly, just relaxing for a little bit, but then at the same time, got straight into it and trying to get myself back into tip-top shape that I've been in the past. So, just a lot of working out, little vacation here and there, but mostly just getting ready for this long season.
I understand you started working out a month earlier than you normally do, right?
Yep, that's right.
What's behind that? I mean, are you regimented as far as nutrition, as far as training? Like, is it going back to your old routine, or is it changing things up?
No, basically the same thing. I just decided I missed so much time last year and didn't have the right off season. With everything going on with signing with the Padres and before that. So this year, I was like, man, might as well take a couple weeks off and then get right back into it and kill it right ahead, and started a little earlier. Started doing my prehab before, my nutrition as well, and just trying to just start it a little earlier, just so that come this time I'm ready to go. Just since I missed a lot of time.
And you're still locked in now, right? As far as like your nutrition, and you don't let it all go when spring training starts.
No, this continues. This continues.
Is it like chicken breast and veggies? Is it like, do you get any cheat days? What does it consist of?
We got cheat days every once in a while. My chef now, Josh, he's been pretty good with tweaking my meals up as best as I can. He gives me some dessert here every once in a while, every week or so. But he keeps it interesting. I mean, his food is beyond great. I don't really need much cheat days because it just once you start eating clean, you just stick with it.
All right, I want to talk about last offseason. Very stressful offseason for you. You couldn't get in a routine, like you said. You were flying around, meeting teams, didn't know where you were going to go. Signed with the Padres at the beginning of spring training, and then it's like a whirlwind year for you, acclimating to a new team and everything that came with that. How different was this offseason and coming into this spring training? How different does it feel?
Well, first off, you know where you're heading. I was able to plan ahead and get a house for spring training.
You couldn't do that last year.
No, it was last minute. It was the only one around the block. Yeah. So, this year, just to begin with, it was that. But, just knowing where you're going, you kind of already know what I'm going to do. I know I'm going to San Diego. I'm coming here to Peoria, have spring training in AZ, and I was able to go out there, do everything I possibly can to, be the best player in this game. And by doing that, just gave me time to think and get my body as powerful and as best as I possibly can by putting in that work in the off season. And that's basically what I've done for the last 4 months.
Yeah, like what can that do for you, coming in, having a relaxed off season and being in your normal routine? And what can that do for you as a player in 2020?
Yeah, it's different. It's totally different. I don't have to come in here and start meeting new names and meeting new people, and at the same time trying to get your routine going. So, I'm ready to go. It's go time. I'm here to win. We're here to, make this team as best as we can. Try to bring a playoff to San Diego, bring a championship to San Diego, and that's the only goal that everyone in here is talking about and what we should be thinking about.
Is it fair to say you're looking for a bounce back year for you?
I wouldn't say bounce back. I'm just trying to be the player I've always been, and just keep going out there and putting up the numbers that I have in the past. Get back to being one of the best players in the game, or not the best, and putting some nice other accolades under my belt.
Yeah, and you feel good, like you said. Like, it's a whole different feeling now, right, versus last year.
Yeah, it's completely different. I feel normal again. Like, that's what I tell people. I feel normal.
That says a lot, actually. It tells you how different last year was too, to go through that. Okay, well, two guys that you knew back in Baltimore are here with the Padres now. Bench coach and infield coach Bobby Dickerson and first base coach Wayne Kirby. These guys are characters. I mean, we've been watching them and they're pretty funny. What can you tell us about them? How would you describe them?
I mean, they're coming here to make people work. That's what they did back then. They have their sense of humor, and they like to keep it loose. Kirby's definitely the louder one between both of them, but they love to work. As long as you're out there working, doing what you have to do, you're gonna get better with them, and that's good to have around here. And they're characters. They're characters, but they're awesome. They're great people. They mean well. They love interacting with the fans, and the best thing about them is they like keeping everyone loose and keeping all of us nice and humble and just have fun at the same time while you're working.
Yeah, I saw Bobby Dickerson working with you earlier, with you and Eric Hosmer, and it's part entertaining and part really hard work. I mean, you're doing a lot of different drills. It looks like you're a 4-time All-Star, 2-time Gold Glover. So is this about getting back to kind of fundamentals? Because it's not like you don't know what you're doing, but how does this help?
Yeah, it helps tremendous. You kind of get away from the little things, and the little things are what takes you, to being an All-Star, to being a Gold Glover, to winning Silver Sluggers, all those little things. And once you get away from it, it's kind of hard to get back to it. So, being here, working with them, and them getting you back to where you need to be, it's the best. And at the same time, they're having fun with it. It just makes it better.
I mean, I'm standing on the side laughing. Do you ever have moments where you're like, these guys are crazy?
Oh yeah, all the time. You're like, man, come on, man, what are you doing out here? But it's awesome. That's what keeps us going every day, and it keeps keeps the days interesting.
Okay, this team as a whole, right? Great first half last season, not a great second half. What makes this year different?
Well, the mentality. We have the mentality. Everyone's here to win, and we're gonna come out here and we're not gonna settle for coming in last place again. We're gonna come out here and we're gonna compete, whether it's competing for wild card or competing for the division. But we're gonna go out there and we're gonna play baseball, and every single day we play out there and we put on a uniform. We're gonna go out there and we're gonna give it our all, and we're gonna be the best players that we could possibly be once we step on that field.
For you two coming in your second year with the organization, I mean, you were a leader last year. There's no doubt about it. But do you just feel like just the comfort level now that you have and some other guys have, it just elevates you even more?
Yeah, I mean, you can't just come in here and try to just demand that respect. You got to earn it, and going out there playing every day, and getting to meet everyone, on the field, off the field. You build those relationships, and I kind of built quite a bit of relationship last year, and coming into this year now, it's a different story. So I could express my feelings a little more, and the people will listen, and and that's all we could ask for, is just to go out there and just be us at the end of the day.
Manny Machado feeling like normal again is a dangerous thing.
Believe it. Believe it.
Say that right now. I wanted to ask you, a long time ago, you named your dog Kobe. So I wanted to ask you about that. When Kobe Bryant died, was that rough for you? I know that was a big influence in your life.
Oh, 100%. I mean, it's sad, what Vanessa and the family's going through, and all the other families who are devastated in that tragedy. So it's Kobe's, been a guy that I, always looked up to and admired as a person, as a player, as a guy to look up to, and, to see him go so young at a young age, it just sucks. But at the same time, you kind of got to look at the bright things and the memories that you have of him, and, and know that he wanted you to be the best person out there, be the best player out there. And, those are things that I'm always going to keep and remember, and hopefully thrive from it. And he was all about championships, so let's bring one to the city of San Diego that needs one bad, and be in the memory of Kobe.
All right, you worked very hard in the off season. It sounds like that's mostly what you did. But anything new, Manny? Do you pick up any hobbies? Anything different? Any vacations? Sounds like it was all work.
It was all about work. Okay. It's all work this year.
And any surprises in store for us? You got Tommy Pham, who's also a fashionista, it sounds like. So, stepping up the game. Any surprises?
It's awesome. I saw him the other day, and I was like, man, okay, I love it. We got more style and more swag in this clubhouse. So it's pretty awesome to see.
More swag is always a good thing.
It's always good.
Manny, thank you so much for the time. I really appreciate it. I'm glad you're feeling normal again, and we look forward to watching you this season.
Thank you. Appreciate it.